After a rough breakup, it can feel like you missed your one chance at happiness. But the truth is that oftentimes a breakup isn't the end. In fact, studies show that upwards of 60% of couples have broken up and got back together at one point or another. So let me tell you, you'll know that you and your ex are meant to be together. Hi guys, I'm Brad Browning, world-renowned breakup coach and author of the X Factor Guide. And I'm here to help you through one of the most difficult periods of your life and help you get a second chance with your ex, if that's what you want. So please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. While you're at it, go ahead and click like as well. This can be your good deed for today. So let's get into it. Here are the 8 signs that tell you that you and your ex are meant to be, starting with number 1, which is your family likes them and vice versa. Family is so important and it can have a huge impact on a long-term relationship. So if you get along with their family and they get along with yours, you should seriously consider giving things another shot. Family can be a source of friction, or it can be a source of strength and connection for years to come. Not only that, but it's a great indicator of compatibility between the two of you. And as we all know, we tend to get more similar to our parents as we age. So if you know you get along with that version of your partner, then it's not going to be a huge shock when you find that they've become a little more like their parents than they were when you first met. Number 2, you're still connected even after the breakup. Now, I often advise my clients to go no contact with their ex. This means, no phone calls, no text messages, no in-person meetups for at least 30 days following the breakup. And if you do want your ex back, this is the way to go. The time apart helps you both process the breakup, it stops further conflict between the two of you, and it prevents you from sliding into, just being friends, which is a big mistake if you want them back. But all that said, if you didn't happen to see my videos on this topic and you opted to stay friends with your ex, then this can actually be a good sign for your future together. As I've said, being friends with your ex is a bad strategy if you're hoping to get back together, but the fact that you had a strong enough bond that you could be friends is a sign that you two may still have a future together down the line. Now, the opposite are those relationships that end suddenly and, a week later, you feel no connection at all to the other person, and it's almost like the relationship never happened. I'm sure you can think of people from your past that you can't believe you ever dated, much less were in a serious relationship with. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them and don't respect them, just that you two are so different now that it almost feels like another lifetime. And the truth is, people change over time and you can either grow together or, more commonly, you can grow apart. Number 3, you haven't given up hope. So the truth is that a relationship doesn't end when you break up. It ends when you stop trying to make it work. Now, this point can come, years before you two call it quits for good, or it can happen months or even years after you two have split. The important thing is that if you can hold out hope that you two might have a future together, then this is a sign that the two of you may be meant to be. Obviously, if neither of you hope for a future where you're back together, then the chances of it happening spontaneously are fairly slim. This is just to say that confidence is key in this situation. I wouldn't advise you to disregard your ex's wishes or pester them into giving you a second chance. Just hold on to that hope inside of you and use it to improve yourself and work towards a future where you can be together. Because the moment you give up hope for good is the moment you'll know that you two have no future together. Number 4, your relationship had these 5 things. So here's something a little more concrete. A landmark study that was recently released by the National Academy of Sciences. Now, this study used machine learning to analyze 43 data sets from 29 different laboratories across the US. Now, this is a little dense, but it basically boils down to this. There are 5 different aspects of any relationship that predict success in the long run. And those aspects are, number 1, perceived partner commitment. You feel like your partner was committed to you for the long haul, and vice versa. Number 2, appreciation. You and your partner both felt and showed appreciation for the other person. Number 3 is sexual satisfaction. You were able to maintain a happy and healthy sex life. Number 4, perceived partner satisfaction. You knew your partner was happy and vice versa. And number 5, conflict. You were able to handle conflict in a way that brought you closer together rather than drove you apart. So think about your relationship. How well did it do in these categories? Obviously, perceived partner commitment has taken a hit recently since you broke up, but if your relationship was otherwise healthy, then it seems to me that you two are meant to be. Because there are plenty of long-lasting relationships that are lacking in every one of these areas. Remember these moving forward, and if you're lucky enough to get a second chance, make sure that you are put in the work to fulfill these 5 areas. Now let's move on to number 5, which is you scored 70 or above on my free quiz. So here's something you can do right after watching this video. Just go to breakupbrad.com/quiz and fill out the simple questionnaire to find out in detail what your chances are with your ex. Now, I've put all my experience as a breakup coach, 12 plus years, into creating this quiz. It's completely free. It only takes 5 minutes, and it's 100% confidential. So give it a try now at breakupbrad.com/quiz. And if you score above 70, that means you're probably meant to be. Number 6, you two have powerful physical attraction. One unfortunate fact of long-term relationships is that attraction fades over time. And this is why we stop feeling butterflies when we see that other person once we've been together for a while. Now, this is perfectly normal. As you get to know each other better, these feelings turn into a deeper, more secure form of love. So the more powerful your attraction starting out, the better your connection will be in the long run. Attraction is foundational to any romantic relationship, and if you're not attracted to one another, I'm sorry to say, things just aren't meant to be. Now, there are plenty of ways to foster attraction between you and another person. Something as simple as flirting can work wonders and create that spark that's missing. And you can always focus on, losing weight, improving your body, and improving your appearance generally. This is not only going to make you more attractive, but it'll help make you feel more confident, which will compound this effect further. And if you found that attraction was starting to fade in the relationship, well, the truth is that a breakup can actually help light those fires all over again. Because the more time you spend together, the more used to this other person you become, right? So no matter how good looking the two of you are, if you spend too much time together, they'll eventually become familiar and even unexciting. So now that you're apart, you truly have a chance to actually miss one another. And this means that when you do meet again, you'll feel that electric charge that you felt when you first started dating. And if this pull is strong enough, then it means that the two of you really are meant to be. Number 7, the breakup was extremely tough. Sometimes it takes a breakup to make us realize what we had in the first place. So if your breakup has been really difficult to deal with, if you find that you can't eat, you can't sleep, and you can't get your mind off things, even weeks or months later, then this is a sign that the two of you are meant to be. If you're experiencing, a huge sense of loss, and it feels like you can't go on, then this is your mind telling you that what you had was really special and that it's not really over despite what may have happened between you. Now, on the other hand, if you felt a huge sense of relief after your breakup and you realize that you don't miss them like you thought you would, then this is a sign that moving on is going to be the best option for you. And number 8, they made you the best version of yourself. So some people say that your partner should push you to improve yourself and reach your goals. Others say that your partner should bring you comfort and let you truly be yourself. Now, I personally think that both are actually true. Someone you're meant to be with will allow you to be the best version of yourself. So if your partner has made you feel supported and comfortable, but also free to pursue your hopes and dreams, then you've found a keeper and someone that you should stay with for the long haul. If you're not sure whether you feel this way, chances are you probably don't. Because once you feel this feeling, you'll know that it's the real deal and you'll do anything to make it last forever. All right, and that just about does it for this list. How about it? Do you think that you and your ex are meant to be, or is it time to move on? Well, if you'd like help figuring that out, I recommend you try my one-on-one coaching program at breakupbrad.com/coaching. I've helped thousands of people rebuild their relationships, and I'd be happy to do the same for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again in the next video.